everybody. Oh, it's not showing me. I didn't turn it around. You get to see my porch. There we go. That's weird. I must have hit something because it had me on it at first. It is Wednesday. Yay for that. Alright, I'm going to get something real quick that I need. Be sure and be drinking your water, everybody. That's a big thing right now. It's drinking the water. Okay, so for those that don't know me, I'm Tracy Gorick. I'm a healing coach, energy healer, and spiritual mentor. I work with mindset, all of that, put it together to get you well and keep you well. It's me getting you to the place that you need to be, and then you can take over and do it. It's not to get you, my stuff is not to get you to tie to me, it's to give you, to clear you out and then give you the tools to be able to do it on your own. I do have clients that still come back as a tune-up, and that's fine. I would do that too. I think of healings as a massage at times too, you know, just time to relax, and because we don't give ourselves that very often. So you need to remember that. You need to give yourself time to relax, meditate, whatever that is. So today I wanted to talk about peace in the midst of chaos. And that is something that's very, very important to remember. That's what we're striving for, right? And I was going to make this the topic of it, but I wanted to yes, tune-ups are good. You can't go wrong, for real, if you always choose joy and happiness. You will not go wrong. But you will go wrong if you choose anger, frustration, hatred. You will go wrong. So does that make sense? So that's something to keep in your mind. You cannot go wrong with joy, happiness, peace. But you can go wrong with anger, hatred. I want to say frustration too, so I will. So that's something to always, always keep in your mind. When you start to go to anger, or you read something that somebody's posted or somebody said something to you, remember, you can never go wrong with peace and happiness. And neutral, be neutral if it's something that triggers you. And if it's triggering you, you need to sit back and see why. Because it's not our place to control what other people are saying or doing or thinking. They may be wrong, they may be right, you may be wrong, you may be right. I've said it before and I'll say it again, we all have our own journey here. Everybody's is different, so everybody's going to have different things and beliefs that they have, and it doesn't make them right or wrong. Yes, it's hard, I struggle at times, but I need to remember that if we didn't have the opposite of what we think, we wouldn't ever know and learn for ourselves what our truth is. We wouldn't be confident in that. I am so confident in my truth. But it's because I have the opposite in my face, to see. And that's a way to look at it. You want to be able, that's part of it too, is getting to what your truth is. You want to be in your truth and know it without a doubt. And it will be different for other people. And there's a reason for it. We came in here, we had these soul contracts to have these people show us that, so then the opposite of what we think, and so we can know without a doubt deep in our soul what our truth is and what's right for us. And so that's how you have to look at it. That's what I do for myself to get me to understand things, rather than oh, they're just wrong, what's wrong with them, why can't they figure it out? I do go there, we're all human, but once you can start to realize that and really relax into life and have peace in the midst of chaos, that's so important. Sometimes it's something we are constantly working on, but it's something you want to work on. It's not something you want to easily just fall back into the anger and frustration. Always remember that. That's I always give myself things to help me understand, rather than just going, they're wrong, I can't believe they don't get it, or I can't believe they're doing this to me. I think I gave the example of the cannons that go off here in the fall. it was like so stressful for me. But I had to get to a place where it's like I didn't have control over that. And for some reason that was a trigger for me, not controlling. Like if I can't stop something that's really irritating me, it would stress me out and I feel like lost and helpless. We're never helpless. And that's how we get to the peace. We're never helpless. It's all gets in when it's something we can't control, it's starting to work on our mind to let go of that control and keep the peace in our life. Because we don't have control, right? I mean, there's certain things here and there, but that was a big thing for me. It's like when I felt like I didn't have control, like I couldn't stop them from shooting the cannons. I went to the police department. I went, but it was because it's farming country. I can't do anything about it. And for a while, it was very devastating and depressing. And every time it would jolt me. So I had to learn in my mind to change the way I thought about it. I put a protective bubble up so it wasn't so shocking to me. And that last year was the first year that it didn't affect me. And it was amazing, amazing. So remember that. And that's why peace in the midst of chaos, that's where you want to get to. You're never helpless. You're never hopeless. You have control. Sometimes it's getting in your mind and changing your thoughts. It's putting a protective bubble so things don't affect you. The noises, loud noises, because as a lot of people that are here with me, we're all empaths, right? So loud noises really, really affect us. So just always remember you have control. We're going to fall off here and there, but if you can keep talking to yourself, and remember you have control of what happens to you and how you react to it. You don't have control about what happens to you, but you have control of how you react to it. And that's where the peace in the midst of chaos, you want to get to that point. Now we're human, we're not going to always be perfect, but it's something to strive for. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And the more you remember when you get into a situation where you feel hopeless and out of control, that you do have the control. It's about going within and deciding how you want to react or how you want to take it. It's about using the tools you have. When you have a situation, go within and think, what can I do to change this for myself? You can look things up, you can talk to people. I mean, I had a friend tell me, you can put this bubble up that does not allow as much of that energy from those cannons to come in at you. And it made such a difference, like I can't even tell you. And so when you remember this, when you can understand this, life becomes so much easier and things don't get to you as much. And you feel, when you know you have control, and you can control how you react, which is in control is how you feel, it's amazing. It is amazing. And getting healings and clearing out the trauma is one way to start doing that, because you've got to do the inner work to get to the point where you can start to understand that, right? It takes a lot of, it takes work, and it takes healing, and it takes clearing out to get to that point where you can do that stuff also. But you can start now, and it's getting in the mind. It's getting in your mind, and not really in your mind, but dropping things down into your heart to see what you can do for those situations. And that's what I tell everybody. Drop it into your heart. Go within and see what guidance you get. We all have that ability. All of us. So, any questions on that with peace in the midst of chaos, or how you can negate things or change, what's going on in your life? Let me know. I'd be happy to talk about it. I love discussing on these Chalk Talks with people have questions. It helps me know what you guys really want to know, or where you're at. At this point, I go with things that pop in my head in the morning, which is usually guidance, which usually I get somebody contacting me saying, yeah, I really needed to hear that. So, but I'd love your questions too, because I can, for some reason, I can speak more on the questions when somebody brings a question up. It flows much more for me. So, all right, that's what I have today. Let's do a little heart opening, a little meditation. So sit back and relax. I want you to imagine the violet flame at your feet coming up and around and through your whole body and energy, cleansing, clearing, and purifying everything. Any negative thoughts that come up, go ahead and throw them in the violet flame. Any negative self-talk, any anger you've had, just throw that in the violet flame. Just release it. You don't want to hold on to it. And then any anger, frustration, negativity that you feel's come at you from others, just put that in the violet flame. And then anything from the consciousness, that any fear, anxiety, stress, anger, uncertainty, just put it in the violet flame. We tend to, most of our thoughts aren't ours. It's picking up on the consciousness. So when you kind of all of a sudden feel off, think, is that really mine? Or is it something else? And if it's not yours, release it. Okay, we're going to leave those violet flames there until after we're done. I want you to imagine sources light coming in the top of your head, going down into your heart. I want you to open your heart up. Our heart tends to close down because of the trauma, hurt from our pasts, and you want to open that up because that's how you can have the peace and the joy. When it's closed off, you're closed off from feeling, sensing, and knowing your truth, or what's really going on, or you're kind of hiding your true self, and you really want to open and be your true self. So open your heart, and then I want you to think of somebody or number of people, as many as you can think of, that you've had an argument with, a hurtful past with, just bad situations with, and send them with white light. Now doing this, understand, I'm not telling you have to have them in your life. This is healing the situation. But again, it does not mean you have to have them in your life. So understand that this is healing for you and healing for them. Even if they've done the worst things to you, this is a very healing thing. And when you can open up and do this, it will be amazing for you. So imagine the white light or gold light coming into the top of your head from source, down into your heart, open it up, and then send it to as many people as you can think of that you've had difficulties in your whole past. Go ahead and do that now. When you feel it's done, I want you to think about this for a second. When you can get to the point where you can send that to somebody who you've had a real problem, argument, or there was different, whatever it is, the worst thing you can think of, you've healed yourself. When you are able to do that, you are able to heal yourself. And that helps with the peace in the midst of chaos. It's a step in the direction to be able to not get angry, not get frustrated. This heals so many different things in your life when you can do that. I have said this before, you can send this to anybody to help them. It changes situations. I don't have this issue anymore, but like I said, when you can change, like, so somebody's having a bad day, say you go into a restaurant, you can change it. I've done it with my friend when we went to that restaurant with the waitress. She was really angry and frustrated, not friendly. She got our drink orders, left, came back. We had sent her the white light while she was gone. She came back, was the nicest person the rest of the time. Now I kind of exude that. I think it's an automatic thing I do before I go to places. So I always make friends wherever I go because I'm sending that energy out. Sala, how to keep your energy for your work. This is what I'm going to do. I will talk about that tomorrow, okay? I'm going to write that down, Sala, and we will do that tomorrow, okay? So even if you can't be here tomorrow, watch the replay. How to keep your energy for your work. Are you talking energy work, Sala, or just any work? Let me know, and if I don't catch it here before we get off, go ahead and message it to me, or I'll see it later in the comments. So any questions with that, let me know. Any other questions, let me know. I'll be happy to work on those and answer them for you. What I can do on things that I don't know is I get guidance. So just remember that. So that's what I have. I am working on the group healing that's going to start in September that I'm really excited about. We're going to be doing lots of things. Let me know if you're interested. I am thinking about adding an extra healing for the ones that sign up early, and then they also get a discount, and I do have payment plans available. So let me know if you're interested in that. I'm going to post that in a little bit. Because it's starting in September, that's why I thought about adding an extra 30-minute healing into that one, if you sign up early enough. I like to get people, because in the past it's been like such a short time in between them, and this time I've given myself time in between, that the class ends and then I'm just totally cramming in everybody to get their sessions in before the class starts. And then I'd really like to have a good idea about what's going on with each individual person in time before the class, so then we can totally work on what's going on with you through the whole time. So it would be good to have that, because what would happen is by the end of that month, it would be, yes, Alicia, I do, and I'll send you the stuff on it, and then we can set up an appointment for you for that too. If you want me to. Do you want to sign up yourself, or do you want me to just bill you? Just let me know. It's important, and it gives us more of a jump start for the group program, because then I know exactly what's going on ahead of time, and then we can start immediately when we're working together as a group on what's going on with each person. So that's why I'm doing it that way, and that's why I've given myself the time to get it going. And this time I made it 3 months, and it's I think it's going to be great, because it'll give us all more time to get more comfortable with each other. The 1 month just didn't give everybody enough time to get comfortable, and you want to be comfortable with the people so you can open up and really get the healing. Okay. Great, Alicia. I'll do that today then, and then we can set it up. All right, that's what I have for today. I will work on that question from Sala for tomorrow. Pretty exciting. If there's any more information you want me to know on that, Sala, that'd be great, so I can answer exactly what you want to know. So go do something you love, something that brings you joy, something that lifts you up. This is important, guys. You've got to start making these changes and do these things. Make an effort to do the things that are good for you. Take care of yourself. Do some self-care. Pray, meditate, drink tea, Epsom salt baths. Just at least one thing of each of those. Then say something kind to at least one person, but more if possible. Look for the good in people and let them know what you see. Even if it's like, I mean, I know this is superficial, possibly, like, oh, I love to look at people's nails and I always compliment them. It still lifts them up, right? It lifts them up that you appreciate something that they have or they've taken care of to do. But do this and then say it to people. It's going to help you and help them, and you more than them, because when it feels so good when you watch and you know you've helped somebody that day. So, and then write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, guys. It's gonna make a difference in your life. I promise you. This is the start of being healing, and these are tools that you can have for yourself to work on it. And this is how we change, is making those changes. All right, guys, I love you all. I will see you tomorrow in the morning. It's 11:30 Eastern. And I will see you then. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Love you.